Welcome to the Real Investing Show with Tim Herriage. Each day, we'll provide real investing for everyday investors. Tim is a nationally recognized real estate investing expert, podcast host, and public speaker. He built his businesses from the ground up and is here to help you do the same. Here is your host, Tim Herriage.
Welcome to the Real Investing Show. I'm Tim Herriage. Today, we're going to be talking about, is it a good time to buy or not? So you'll notice we've changed formats a little bit. This is going to be a daily short form podcast that is designed to answer your questions in real estate investing. It was encouraged by my wife, Jennifer, and the background is a lot of people contact me on a weekly basis offering to pick my brain over lunch. And I've gotten to where my reply is always a bit of a joke. I have lunch, basically meaning I don't need you to buy me lunch. And a lot of times I don't have time to buy lunch, to go sit and eat lunch or go meet people because I live out, kind of far outside of the city. So she heard me say that a couple times. She said, well, that sounds kind of rude. And I said, yeah, I know, but it is what it is. And she said, well, look, you like to help people. You like to answer their questions. Why don't you take the questions via email and then just answer the questions on a daily basis? And I thought, well, that sounds like a good idea. And I can do that, from my pajamas if I want. So here we are. We'll get started. So the first question she asked me, actually was in the kitchen the other day. She said, is it still a good time to buy investment property? And when you think about that question, in general, the answer is always yes, if you intend to own it long enough. That's the short version of the answer. But in general, what I'm telling people, if you're flipping properties right now, it's still a great time to buy. I just think you should focus on first-time home buyer type houses, entry-level houses that are at or below the median home price for the area. Because if you get too far above that into kind of luxury or discretionary type houses while you're flipping, those are the ones that would or will suffer in a downturn or a recession. So no one has a crystal ball. Is there a recession coming or not? No one really knows. But we are seeing consumer spending on discretionary items reduce. So people are buying less vacation homes. There's a lot of vacation homes that Jennifer and I have been looking at over the last couple of years that we're seeing, 5 and 10% price reductions. So I would say if you're in that market like we are, then yeah, it may be a great time to buy a vacation home. May not be a great time to sell a vacation home, but so if you're flipping and you're in a market that has plenty of jobs and you're in a market that has plenty of demand and you're in a market that has a low supply threshold, then I think it's a great time to flip. But I always look at the housing stock and you figure out where the people that live there or buy there get their money. If it's someone that is going to be heavily invested in stocks in the equities market, that market's hurting right now. It's up 1%, down 1% another day, up 2% one day, down 5% the next day. It's quite volatile. And in times of volatility, specifically in the equities markets, in the stock market, higher end homes, discretionary homes, vacation homes tend to take a pause, if you will. So I think it's still a great time to flip as long as you're flipping in the right area. It's still a great time to buy and hold as long as you have the right capital stack, right? So if you're buying right now and you're planning to hold for, let's call it 5 to 10 years, then I think it's a great time to buy. I mean, the math is we need like 5 million homes in the United States now, and every day there's more people. So we've got a severe housing shortage. So I don't think anytime soon we're going to have an oversupply of homes, and it would take an oversupply of homes to make it where I felt like it wasn't a good time to buy investment property. So you'll hear me say it a lot. At the end of the day, the 3 basic necessities of life are food, water, and shelter. And I don't want to be a farmer. I don't know how to make money off of water, but I get shelter. And our government has shown over and over again that even in times of great despair, as recent as 2020, that they're going to step in and pay for people's shelter because you don't want 100 million homeless people on the streets. So is it a good time to buy is the question by Jennifer. I would say yes and no, depending on your strategy and depending on the location that you're buying at. So it's always good. The old saying is you never wait to buy real estate, you buy real estate and wait. And I think that still holds true no matter what the recessionary environment is or is not in the United States the rest of this year. So that's it. If you have any questions you'd like me to cover on one of these shows, hop on ihavelunchmoney.com, submit your question, and I'll read it out and answer your question. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for hanging out with us today on Real Investing. If you have questions, comments, or feedback, please visit ihavelunchmoney.com. Tim can't wait to hear from you. We're always grateful for your reviews, and if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Remember, the business is the vehicle, not the dream. See you next time. The preceding program is provided for general education purposes only and does not constitute legal, tax, financial, investment, or other professional advice. No information contained in this program should be construed as financial, investment, or legal advice from any individual, author, host, or guest. You should always consult a financial advisor before investing.